Okay, good evening. Thank you so much for joining this call tonight. And I'm super, super excited to present to you the company LifeVantage, the past, the present, and the future. Now, this is for existing consultants, it's for guests, it's for anybody interested in just knowing more about this company and even about our products. Although we're not going to look at so much detail about the products tonight, this overview is going to give you a pretty good idea of how special this company is and just how unique our mission is to help people live a good, active, and healthy life. So if we haven't met before, my name is Charlotte Venter. And before I get into too much detail, I wanted to say that we'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. We would also like to pay our respects to elders past and present. And I certainly cannot claim, friends, to cure, heal, prevent, mitigate, or diagnose any disease, nor can I claim that you can make a certain amount of money every month with this company. You know, results are always unique to the individual, the amount of effort that you put in, etc. So this is me, a mum of two, grandma to two most incredible little girls. One is 7 weeks old and the other one is just over 2. I'm a wife of 32 years to Andre. Met him when I was still really young. I think I was 20, just turning 21, and just fell head over heels in love, and just wanted babies. So from a really young age, I always just wanted to be a mom and have a family. And so my family is the most important thing in my life. I would love to just leave this earth knowing that I was the best mom and the best grandma and the best wife, and of course the best friend as well to many, many individuals, including you. I am passionate about helping women specifically, and children, and of course men. I love men. I'm a business owner. I have been with LifeVantage now for 8 years, or over 8. In fact, it's almost 8.5 years. And my business now does around 10 million Australian dollars a year in sales of our products. I love this company. I'm absolutely cemented with this company. I believe in this company. I believe in their mission. I believe in their vision. I believe in the future of this company. And the reason I do is because the past is so strong. The foundations on which this company was laid are incredibly strong. You see, nobody in this company ever just got together and said, hey, let's each throw in $1 million and let's start a company. No, friends, the way this company started was with a question. There was a young man called Dr. Joe McCord walking around school thinking, why? Why are my mum and my dad sick? What is cancer about? What happens in the human body that it seems to be as we get older, we just simply accept the fact that we're going to be sick? And that's how it all started. In fact, when you listen to Dr. Joe McCord, he says that he made a commitment that he would spend the rest of his life finding out, researching, studying what is it that happens in the human body that changes so drastically that the average person goes from, being born super healthy as a child, beautiful skin, gorgeous hair, no wrinkles, full of energy, to moving slower, recovering slower, seeing the odd wrinkles, seeing gray hair, and then it just drastically from there gets worse. And why is it that people just accept that? And that is the most crucial foundation for you to understand about this company, is that's how it all started. So this guy then went on to study. He finished school, he became a scientist, and he was spending day and night in a lab researching the human body. And in 69 or 67, I can't remember the exact date, but I think it was 1967, he discovered an antioxidant in the human body that was crucial and nobody had discovered before, and it's called superoxide dismutase. In fact, Dr. Joe McCord says when he presented his finding of this most incredible, important antioxidant that's literally keeping the body healthy and safe, keeping the immune system pumping, when he presented that to the medical board that he was a part of, he says, in his own words, they laughed at him. They mocked him. But they're not laughing anymore, because in 1997, Dr. Joe McCord was given the Elliott Crescent Medal for the discovery of SOD. You see, the discovery of SOD back in the 60s then led on to so many other discoveries and understandings of the body that it was such an important achievement that this guy had to be honored. And guys, people like Henry Ford, like this is to the same equivalent of the Nobel Prize. In fact, I believe he was either nominated or he actually had achieved a Nobel Prize as well. I can't remember exactly, but we need to look into that. You know, here's a list of people who actually have been given this Elliott Crescent Medal. You may recognize some of those names. So what happened then? Well, Dr. Joe McCord discovered this. He discovered that this superoxide dismutase, or SOD, was a crucial component to fighting what we call free radicals in the body. And free radicals are daily made by your body because of breathing, drinking water, eating food, smoking. Back then, just about everybody smoked. Alcohol, you know, radiation, fumes, anything and everything literally is damaging our body. Our environment is extremely toxic. And our body daily creates these free radicals that, if it's not controlled or neutralized or removed, it actually leads to cell damage. And SOD has one job, and its job is to fight these free radicals and neutralize them every day. But what happens is, as we get older, our body makes less and less and less SOD, which means the balance between free radicals and antioxidants gets out of whack. The antioxidants can no longer keep up with neutralizing. I always get a picture in my head of Pac-Man. Do you remember the old game Pac-Man, where the little man runs and he gobbles up all the little people or whatever it was? I can't remember. Now, this is exactly what SOD does. SOD runs around the body and it collects and it gobbles up all the free radicals, right? And that keeps you healthy. That keeps your cells healthy. But when your body in your 20s, which is what he proved, starts making less and less and less SOD, but it doesn't slow down making free radicals, there becomes an imbalance. And that imbalance is called oxidative stress. So Dr. Joe McCord and other scientists who now were working with them discovered the culprit. They discovered what it was that's causing people to get sick. What was causing wrinkles and gray hair and slower recovery? It was the fact that there was this imbalance which caused an issue or a condition in the body called oxidative stress. And you'll see on that chart there, at birth, that blue line is what it looks like at birth and when you're a little kid. But as soon as you get to around your 20s, so for you young people on the call, you're not out of the danger, you are right in it. From 20, look at where that red line heads to. It just goes up one way. And that means oxidative stress in your body is daily increasing. And my friend, that is the culprit. If you go and Google, or I wouldn't say Google because Google is not that reliable, but if you go to a website called pubmed.gov, pubmed.gov, this is the medical library managed and maintained by the US government, but this is the world's medical professionals library. That's where they go to find legitimate, independently researched, validated, published information on diseases, symptoms, treatments, drugs, everything you can think of medically. When you go there and you put in oxidative stress and cancer, oxidative stress and a cataract in your eye, so that's not going to kill you. Oxidative stress and inflammation, oxidative stress and eczema on my skin. Go and have a look. You will now find over 20,000 diseases, conditions, issues linked to oxidative stress. So Dr. Joe McCaw discovered the culprit. Now at this stage, there's still no LifeVantage, guys. This is the past. This is just this man looking at what is happening. Why is this happening to the human body? And he discovered this. And then a study was done to see, is there a way that we could reduce this oxidative stress? So they looked at what pathway or what system or what process in the body creates this SOD or antioxidant that neutralizes the free radical that brings down oxidative stress. And they discovered a pathway called NRF2 or NERV2. And this pathway has one job only. It can only do one thing, and it reduces oxidative stress. In fact, what it does is it pumps the production of antioxidants. It literally turns on the production of antioxidants. It's like you're going to a light switch that's off and you flick it on and it's just pumping antioxidants into your body. Not one, not two, we are talking gazillions. We can't even calculate how many. That's how many. So then Dr. Joe McCord thought, man, I wonder if we can reverse this. I wonder if there's a way that as we've now seen it get bigger and bigger and bigger, if we can actually turn it back. Is there a way that we can flick that switch back on so that your body again makes the antioxidants it did when you were young, which means it's going to reduce oxidative stress, which if you go and have a look at what it says on PubMed, will mean that you reduce the chances of a lot of stuff. Now, as I mentioned at the start, this session is not to cure, claim that we can cure, heal, prevent, mitigate, or diagnose any disease. This is an educational session to inform you of the history of this company and how it all originated. So the question we started with was, is declining health something we just have to accept? Or is there a way to actually change things ourselves? And the answer I'm so happy to present to you is that we discovered after 2,500 different formulations of trying this and trying that and then trying that and then trying something different, and 2,500. Finally, Dr. Joe McCord and 4 other scientists got it. And they discovered that if they take ashwagandha, bacopa, green tea, milk thistle, and turmeric, 5 herbs, in certain quantities, each of them different, and they put it together in a certain way, a certain synergy and a formula, and they create a tablet, and you swallow one of those once a day, it actually turns on that NRF2 system. I mean, can you imagine? I often think about this. Can you imagine being in the lab at the time after 2,500 and formulas and 10 years? It took them a decade to come up with a solution. Can you imagine the fireworks in that lab? Like, can you imagine the champagne popping everywhere? Like, I would be like, definitely having some champagne. And guys, they did it. And this is not fake. This is not made up. This is not hype. This is the genuine history of our company, which I am extremely proud to be a part of. It is legitimate. It has been triple, quadruple, 100 times tested. We have sold 2.5 billion of these tablets, of these bottles, to people who have had incredible results. And this is the product that was launched. It is called Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. 5 herbs put together. In fact, the National Institute of Aging heard about this product, and for 9.5 years studied it without us knowing about it. I remember I just joined the company when the CEO, Darren Jensen, announced that he had received a call in his office, and he was in a meeting, and his secretary said, sorry, he's in a meeting, he can't take the call. And the person on the other side of the phone said, no, he needs to take this call. So he told us, they put the call through, and he asked the people in the meeting to just hold a minute. He took the call, and he was told from the CEO of the National Institute of Aging, an enormous institute in the state, whose job it is to research natural ways of reversing aging or aging better, and really sifting out the junk from the good, and really releasing studies to the public on what really works, not just what company says works. Do you know what he said? He said, Mr. Darren Jensen, you don't know me, but I want to let you know I'm calling from the National Institute of Aging. So for 9.5 years, we have researched 6 different products, all natural. Turmeric, resveratrol, fish oil, green tea, protandim. I can't remember the 6th one. Maybe there were just 5. I can't remember, guys. If you know, put it in the chat. And he said, sir, we need to let you know that our mission was to see which of these, because they all claim to extend health span. So our mission was to see which of these legitimately does work. And he said, sir, we are happy to report to you that your product was the only one that in all of our tests proved to extend not just health span, but also lifespan. You see, who doesn't want to stay healthy for longer, and who doesn't want to live longer and be healthy? right? That is the product we have in our hands. And that was the reason this company was formed. Washington State University tested this. In 2005, something amazing happened. Actually, let me go back to 2003. LifeVantage was birthed. This little company that started out of a lab, really that nobody even thought was going to be a company, was birthed because we had a product. And so we set up our own factories in the States. We manufacture all of our own product to this day, 7 factories. We are very strict with quality control. So in 2003, we thought, okay, great, we've got a product and the whole world's going to want this because this stuff is miraculous. Let's find a way of selling it. So they went to GNC, which is a health store chain throughout the States, and they got it into the stores. Also, a couple of other smaller chains. Do you know what happened, guys? Nobody ever walks into a store to this very day and says, do you have something that reduces oxidative stress? In fact, when you ask most medical professionals, do you know what oxidative stress is? They go, huh? I don't know. Never heard of it. Or, yeah, I think I've heard of it once, but I don't really know. And so what happened is we used to sell a half a bottle of product per store per month. The company all over the States, and it was in Japan at that stage too, was only selling 3 million US a year. And in fact, they were close to closing down. They couldn't keep going. The money just wasn't enough. But an absolute miracle happened in 2005. This man on the screen here called John Canonis, he's a very, very well-known reporter, a bit like Tracy in Australia, you know, a current affair. I mean, we all know who Tracy is, a bit like her. And he was approached as part of ABC Primetime, which is, again, a bit like a current affair, and asked, can you go test this product? This company is making a claim saying that their product reduces oxidative stress by 40% in just 1 month. And we think it's bollocks. We think they're talking nonsense. We want you to go and debunk them. So what happens is ABC comes to LifeVantage and says, we have been asked to test your product. Will you let us do that? And of course, what does LifeVantage say? Yes. So what do? They take John Canonis into a lab in front of Dr. Joe McCord every single day for 30 days. And they record this whole process. Every morning he goes in with the cameras recording him, takes his tablet. Dr. Joe McCord and other scientists and whoever else they appointed tested his oxidative stress levels. It's a very difficult test to do because you can't get the blood oxidized, right? It's a T-bar test, they call it. They show you, they video it, they show you the results at the start. 14 days later, they do their first test to see what has happened. And holy moly, guys, his oxidative stress level dropped by 45% in the first 2 weeks. Now, if you think about this, oxidative stress, as I mentioned to you before, is this thing that not us, but the world is telling us is bad. It's one of the leading causes of almost all bad stuff that can happen to your body, from the smallest to the biggest. And he's in front of cameras taking this tablet, doing everything by the books, and it is saying that just in 2 weeks, it's almost halved his oxidative stress. He keeps going another 2 weeks. At the end of the 30 days, they do a final test. 70% reduction in his oxidative stress levels in just 4 weeks. So, of course, what happens is ABC Primetime air this. They put it on the TV. They're like, guys, we went in, we wanted to debunk this. Here's the whole show. We can show you exactly what happened. We're going to teach you what is oxidative stress so you understand the process. And at the end of it, when they announce 70% reduction, the medical world, we are told, literally went into a meltdown. And they were like, what the? We have never seen anything like this. This is nonsense. It can't be. So immediately LifeVantage receives phone call after phone call after phone call. I mean, I'm told that there was no staff. Like, they had hardly any staff. It was literally this little company that started in a lab. And now they're getting all these phone calls saying, hey, I'm calling from Washington State University Medical Lab. We want to test your product Protandim. Will you supply us stock? Yes, of course. How much do you want? Hello, I'm calling from the National Institute of Aging. No, it wasn't that one because we know the story there. I'm calling from Texas University. I'm calling from University of Colorado. I'm calling from the Heart Association of America. We have heard about your product and we want to test it to see if it has any impact on the arteries. Oh my gosh, that was the first study that got my attention. Go check it out. So what happened is we then had all of these universities decide to do their own tests, and they were independently verified by PubMed. And this is a process, guys, that costs about $500,000 US on average. And out of every 10,000 studies that are proved valid, one is published because they rate them in importance for the public to know. We have 28 studies published on this product. So when this happened, the board got together and they were like, hey, something is wrong. This product is definitely a groundbreaking product. Why are we only selling 3 million? And they then discovered and came to the conclusion that it's because of the sales model they were using. You see, Protandim is a storytelling product because it's not like I need a fish oil. You go to the store, you ask for fish oil, they give you one. You don't walk into the store and say, what reduces my oxidative stress? The store attendant will look at you like you're from another planet because I have no clue. So we knew we had to put this product into the hands of people like you and me. And in 2009, LifeVantage decided to change their distribution channel to a network marketing model. Best decision they ever did. In the first year, they went from 3 million to 30 million. They only had one product. This little blue bottle, it's on my shelf here. Second year, have you ever seen this kind of result? Second year, they went from 3 million to 100 million. The third year was on $250 million. Isn't that incredible? What do you think? Does this excite you? And since then, we have been around the 232 million to 200 million. Obviously, COVID has caused a little bit of, impact there. But every single year, that's the present. That's where we're sitting right now. Friends, this is our activation story. We started with that blue bottle on the left. We have since expanded our range of these incredible, groundbreaking, unique, consumable products. These are not products that you buy once off and the consultant or the person that's helped you earns a commission once off. These are the kind of products that people buy every month. They want them. They can't buy them anywhere else. Nobody, but nobody has what we have in these activation products. Nobody. We have won so many awards on our products. I believe this year we will win another award on our new skincare, which we've only just launched in March. The company offers a 30-day empty bottle guarantee. Use it all. Call us on day 30 and say, I'm not happy. We'll give you all your money back. Not just on skincare, on every single one of our products. In March 2023, so this is the present, last year, March, LifeVantage made a very, very brave move. Guys, this was brave. Not many companies ever do this. They launched an entirely new compensation plan. Why? Because what happened is they identified that the world had changed after COVID. Do you agree that more and more people are buying stuff online than they did before COVID? I mean, I'm shopping online all the time. I love clothes shopping. I mean, my little grandkids, almost every day something arrives at home here for my little grandkids. I'm shopping online all the time. If somebody says to me, hey, you should come and check this out, I'm like, just send it to me. Where can I buy it online? Send me a link. And LifeVantage recognized that the way they were paying their consultants was not aligned with a new way of shopping. And they decided to launch almost 2 complete separate business plans. The one is that they created a very generous affiliate partner commission plan. See, for the first time in the history of LifeVantage, a consultant could earn 30% on product sales every single time product is purchased. Every single time. Our previous compensation plan only paid you 30% the first time they bought it. And then it would be between 2 and 9%. And LifeVantage recognized that's not okay. That's not market relatable anymore. We need to change things. So they switched it. And today, you can earn up to 30% commission on just selling product, whether the person buys it for the first time or the 100th time, you earn exactly the same commission. The second thing they did is they created a very different commission structure for people who want to build a network marketing business. See, with LifeVantage, you no longer have to. You can either just be a mom, a hairdresser, a beautician, a chiropractor, a PT, a masseuse, a naturopath, a nutritionist, just anybody who just wants to sell product. You don't want to attend events. You don't want to attend trainings. You don't want to go on cruises. You don't want to be too involved, but you love selling stuff, whether it's in person or online, and you want to get paid for that. That's great. We're going to pay you up to 30% on everything you sell. But then there's other people who love to teach other people like me, other people who love the communities and who love to help other people build their business and then be rewarded for that as well. And we have a brilliant uni-level compensation plan for those people. So the present means LifeVantage is positioned beautifully for what's coming. Guys, you can sell in LifeVantage or build your team business in 23 countries. We have an online app. You get an online store that you sell through. The support is next level. The incentives, the promotions, the ongoing, hey, there's this discount, or we're giving these free products, or there's a special, buy this, get that for free, or hey, if you're a consultant and you do this, you can earn extra dollars, maybe gifts, maybe even a holiday. we just had a huge amount. In fact, we booked a P&O cruise that's heading from Brisbane up to Ellie Beach in late August, and we could get 60, I think it's 68 rooms of that ship. And we've just run an incentive really over just a short period of time. I think it was like 4 months, and it ended last month, and we filled it. We filled that ship. So at the end of August, we have 68, I think it's 68 rooms that are going to be filled with us celebrating on a cruise, and we have to pay zero. Zero. How awesome is that? See, that is the kind of stuff that we do in LifeVantage. And this is what we love, is the community. What does the market say right now about LifeVantage? Well, I can tell you that it is a AAA rated company. AAA means the safest business you can work with or deal with or do business with or invest your time in. The safest business. Go and have a look at some of the companies you've heard of and go see what their ratings are. It's really interesting. Really interesting. Don't take their word for it. Go to Business for Home and go and have a look on there what the ratings are, what the rankings are. Right now, I took this off today. LifeVantage is ranked 14 out of over 900 worldwide network marketing companies. In fact, friends, there's 1,850 registered network marketing companies globally. Did you know that only 13 of them are publicly traded companies? And LifeVantage is one of them. You see, the difference between a normal company and a public company is a public company is owned by the public. It's not owned by the bosses. It's not owned by Mr. and Mrs. And tomorrow Mr. has an affair and Mrs. kicks him out and then the whole company folds. I've seen this happen. No. This is owned by the strictest, most audited, governed board and staff, because they have to answer to the public, because they're taking our money and we are investing it into that company in form of shares. The safest business you can deal with. You see, personally for me, I wasn't going to put my time and effort into any business that I didn't believe would still be here the day I'm dead. That's what I was looking for. When I'm gone, I want my family to still benefit from the work that I did. You see, LifeVantage is growing. No, we pay 48% of our revenue. This is our sales revenue, not our profit. This is our sales revenue. When we're doing 220 million a year in sales, we are paying 48% of that into the pockets of you and me and our families. Not like Woolworths and Coles and all these other banks, especially, where 200 million goes to the CEO and the poor worker down the floor who is working their guts here gets like 20 bucks an hour. No. Yeah, it's different. And this is what I love about this business model, is that you truly earn what you put into it. And the earning potential is unlimited. Unlimited. You see, the world is recognized right now, this is present, that LifeVantage is the leader in activation. Our difference between any other company in our field and supplementation and health and wellness is that we don't just supplement. We don't just give you what your body is short of. We turn your body on to make its own. That's a huge, big difference. Right now, this is a couple of weeks ago, the world again acknowledged LifeVantage for who and what we are. They put us into Newsweek and gave us the ability to comment in this article called The New Era of Life Sciences. How are we going to live longer and healthier? What is happening in the world of health and sciences? And if you haven't read this, I really encourage you to go look for it online and read what our CEO wrote in there. Now, he says modern lifestyles have diverged significantly from our body's original programming, and LifeVantage reactivates that body and the natural processes rather than merely supplementing it or putting a band-aid on it. We are activating it to do what it did when you were first born. Man, it gives me goosebumps. I love this stuff. I'm almost done. I could talk about this company for the next 12 hours. So brace yourself. Guys, you can see we're growing. It is growing, this company. Now, this is the previous 23 fiscal year. I haven't seen the latest. It's obviously just finished. A few days ago, the fiscal year was done. So soon we'll have the new numbers for you. But you can see a steady growth there after COVID. Now, we are so excited to bring to you a company that is so underutilized. Now, when you look at the future, you want to look at time. You want to look at possibility for growth. You want to look at, am I going to be one of the first consultants, or is the market saturated? And I can tell you by showing you the numbers as we stand today, this company has 50,000 consultants globally and 100,000 customers globally. That is nothing. That is a drop in the ocean. When you look at competitors, and I don't even think there's any company competing with us, but if you look at companies in a similar field, we are talking millions of customers and hundreds of thousands of consultants. So in Australia, 6,000 customers and 1,000 consultants. The opportunity is enormous. Business for Home, here is the article says, that LifeVantage is ranked as a AAA, an awesome opportunity. This makes LifeVantage a top recommendation for Business for Home for 2023 and 2024. It takes a lot to get an article like this published about your company. Friends, our goal as a company is to be on $500 million in sales in the next 3 years. And from there to be on 1 billion by the end of 2030 fiscal year. That means in the next 3 years, our goal is to double our business. And then another 3 years from there to double it again. Do you want to be a part of this? We welcome you to join us. We ask of you to join us because we have such a big story to share with people and products that are truly life-changing. So this is the end of my presentation. I really want to encourage you to be a customer as at the minimum. You need these products in your body. I can't even exaggerate that. You need them. If anything makes you excited about sharing these products and you just want to earn some commission, or you would love to just pay for your own products, be an affiliate partner with us. We can show you how to do that. Or if you want to be a consultant and build a big business like what I've done and continue to do, and many, many others have done, join us as a consultant and we will teach you step by step what to do. If none of this is for you, please refer a friend. We all know somebody who is struggling, who maybe isn't sleeping, maybe needs more energy, maybe just needs to boost their finances because they are desperately in trouble. I believe that in 2024, this is one of the best business opportunities available in Australia right now. And I would not say that lightly. So please join us. Thank you so much for being on this call tonight. I would appreciate it if you share this with your friends and family. Share the video recording, we'll make it available. And I cannot wait to meet you and welcome you to our LifeVantage family. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Good night.